I love you. Lakas mga Koreana, no? Oh, heart. Grabe, nakakaba. Ang gagaling ng mga speakers, no? Sa sobrang galing, sumabog yung slides. Pasensya na, ha? Parang sa sobrang kaba ko nga, mapapatayo na ako dito, eh. Gusto mo nyo ba yun? Whew. So, wala pa rin, but the show must go on. So, this is how it feels like. Oh my God. I just have to say this, okay? My family surprised me today. They told me, live lang sila. Hindi naman ako na-inform na nasa harapan ko pala sila for today's video. So, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Total, konti lang naman tayo dito eh. 1-3 lang. I used to daydream about this exact moment when I was in grade 3 during my PE class. Tuwing maiwan ako sa classroom mag-isa. I would often look at the blackboard and daydream that I was a rock star performing on stage with a large crowd. 20 years later, I'm finally here. Who would have thought that something that started as a daydream back in grade school can become a reality one day? So guys, Savage, tribe, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. Whew. It's funny how my talk today is about limiting beliefs, making your limiting beliefs your friend, and yet, 15 minutes ago, I'm shaking, I'm trembling. Hinilot pa ni Dina Samuel yung kamay ko kasi naninigas. But I started asking myself, itatakwil ba ako ng pamilya ko, ng tribe, kapag nagkamali ako dito? Would I rather regret this opportunity and just walk away from this? Or brave through this and see what could happen? So here I am, in front of you. Instead of fighting the nerves, I'm befriending them. Because today, I need to share with you how a lifelong limiting belief almost ruined a beautiful story. Are you good? Am I good? Okay. Okay. Di pa rin talaga. Okay. Oh, okay. Yan, direct. Thank you. When I was 2, I was diagnosed with a rare disease called Kugelberg-Wellander syndrome. It's a hereditary disorder where muscles in the arms and legs weaken. And eventually, the ability to walk is lost. Kaya kung mapapansin yung nangangatog yung kamay ko, naninigas, hindi lang yan sa kaba. Normal yan. But despite physical challenges, I had a happy childhood. This is my family, my mom and dad, my 4 siblings, and syempre, yung pinaka-cute, well, during this time, everything seems great. Walang problema, masaya lang. I even remember having to raise my wheelchair with 2 of my siblings, si Kuya JR at si Diche, who had the same condition. Actually, Diche is having her birthday today, so I hope she's with me today. Everything's okay, and I never felt I was different until the universe decided to challenge me further. When I was 4, my sister died, and I lost my first best friend. When I was 7, my brother died and I lost my first mentor. And when I was 12, my father died and I lost my first love. 3 influential people in my life were gone right before I became a teenager. So back then, I was so scared. I was so scared na baka ako na yung sumunod. Takot ako noon. Natatakot ako na kapag natulog ako, baka hindi na ako magising. You see, this condition has a very short life expectancy. At may binigay ng taning yung mga doktor. So on Christmas Eve, the year we lost our dad, I decided to make a deal with the universe. Please, let me live until I'm 18. Hayaan mo namang enjoyin ko yung teenager years ko. 18. Then, I'll be ready. And time flies so fast. And after my debut, I knew I had to beg for more time. Please, let me live until I'm 25. 25 na lang. Let me graduate, work, travel, and fall in love. 25. Then I'd be ready. You know, guys, I just turned 32 this year. And here I am, alive and rolling. Thank you. I love you. Yung mga doctors ko na nagsabi sa akin ng tanning, well, wala na. Joke lang. Baka na yung nanonood dito. Joke lang po yun, ha? But you see, because of this condition, I used to have a terrible belief about life. Why do more? Why dream bigger? At the end of the day, mamamatay din naman ako eh. If you were in my shoes, how would you live your life knowing that you can die anytime? Magmumukmo ka ba? O maaawa sa sarili mo? At hihintayin mo kung kailan ka mamamatay? O lalaban ka at gagawin mo lahat para kapag dumating yung panahon na yon, you'd know you live the best life you could ever have. Imagine the hard conversations I had to go through with myself. Balik tayo. Imagine the hard conversations I had to go through myself to pursue a mindset shift. To eventually become the founder of the freelance movement. Hala! Inangkin ko pa yung tribe! Oh my God! Sorry na. Ayaw kasi pumindot nito. Anyway, ayaw niya pumindot. Oy, kuis joke lang yun. Joke lang rin yun. Hindi ako yung may-ari ng The Freelance Movement, right? Diyos ko. Ano ba to? I love you. To become the founder of the Rolling Media, kayo naman, the personal branding studio, and become, help other freelancers to become successful in their own rights, help digital entrepreneurs and business coaches stand out in their industry. As some of you may know, I can stand up, but I can make you stand out. And even provide opportunities to differently abled people like me. Ito yung kinakatakot ko. Sabi ko, baka sa sobrang tigas ng kamay ko, hindi ko mapindot. You can change the cards you were dealt, but you can always choose how you play your hand. So I chose to play mine differently. Let me ask you, how do you look at the world? What do you choose to see? According to George Eliot, all things we know depend on key of interpretation. Take this word, for example, impossible. I'm possible. A little space and punctuation change everything. So can you imagine how tiny mindset shifts like this can overhaul how you see, think, and react toward opportunities that can be good for you? The question remains, will you quit or will you fight? The beautiful thing is, you get to decide. Whew! Kinakabahan pa rin ako, pero we can do this. Here are some practical steps on how to turn your limiting beliefs into your lifelong best friends. Step 1, listen for lies. As for me, I don't just have limiting beliefs, I am limited. But it wasn't just my physical limitations that were limiting me. My mind was too. Parang lagi may reminder na, oops, taga lang, ganyan ka lang, hindi ka pwede dyan. So in order for me to understand what my mind was telling me, I had to listen, to decide whether it's true or not. You see, most of the time, limiting beliefs are lies we tell ourselves or lies other people tell us. Ito, taas kamay, raise your hand kung may marites na nagsabi sa'yong, di mo kaya yan. Di ka naman magaling. Olats ka talaga. Di ba? During a family reunion, a relative of mine told my mom not to send me to college because I'll be a bum anyway. Magiging tambay din naman yan eh. Bakit pa? When I had my first job, my boss told me, you weren't not good enough. You're not fit to become a graphic designer. Aray, di ba? Parang, huy, teka lang naman. Words are powerful. And sooner than later, these lies become beliefs that stop us from ever going to what we truly want in life. I kept hearing these words, and my confidence kept going down. But do you know what's the best thing about me? May di kong knows this. Matigas ulo ko. You tell me I can't? Let me show you how I can and more. As my confidence fell, my persistence grew. So hindi naman lahat ng masama talaga eh. Hindi porket matigas ulo mo, masama na yon. Some people would tell you you're so obsessed. But maybe you're just focused on getting that goal. Like me and getting this dream come true. So listen for lies because it can serve you. But stop listening to people who don't have your best interest at heart. Huh. Okay, my nerves are getting better. Let's move on to step 2. Stop daydreaming. Do you guys have any idea what the number 1 fear in the world is? Anyone? Yes. But some of you might think it's dying, height, but you're right, kuya. Fear of public speaking, like this freaking thing that I'm doing. I guess, mas nakakatakot naman talaga yon, di ba? Kaysa sa death. Well, kasi kung patay ka na, wala ka na mararamdaman. But when you speak in public, you are exposing yourself to people potentially judging and rejecting you. And that's what we actually fear. Failure, embarrassment, and rejection. But don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with feeling fear. It's a natural emotion that warns us to be careful so we don't get hurt. But fears can also limit our actions and potentials. Because people do less because of fear. But do you notice that most of the things we fear haven't happened yet? Because we fear more often in our imagination than in reality. So stop daydreaming. Face reality with bravery. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is the presence of fear, but the ability to move forward. Last step. Step 3, dive in discomfort. We humans are very good at calculating what might go wrong when we try something new. What we don't often consider is the terrible cost of absolutely doing nothing. In 2016, at 25 years old, the day or the year that I thought that I'd die, I really felt I was dying. I was broke. I lost my job. My 5-year relationship failed. I had cancer, and I was living independently. I was at the lowest point of my life. And every time I tried to get back, my limiting beliefs kept pushing me down. I was at the verge of giving up and telling the universe, okay, sige na, ready na ako. Kunin mo na ako. Ayoko na. But I kept waking up every single day. And then I remember this very innocent conversation with 2 of my nieces. Si Jaslyn, my second niece. She told me, Tita Em, I want McDo. Narinig niyo na rin ba yun? And man, I was so broke that time. Sinusuportahan lang ako ng pamilya ko. And then, my eldest niece, si Julia, interrupted and said, Tita Em, wala kang money? It's okay. I have 90 pesos, we can buy. Such innocent conversation. But that moment triggered me. And I realized that inaction was no longer an option for me. And so instead of seeing limiting beliefs as a dead end, I now see it as a signal that something good can and is about to happen. Limiting beliefs is the moment right before the breakthrough. So dive in discomfort. Take the hard choices. the uncomfortable conversations, the tough challenges. These are what we need to be where we want to go. The lens through which your brain views shapes your reality. Change your perspective, your life will change. When John Pagulayan started the freelance movement tribe, the tribe that I don't own, he gave us new hope. A hope to transform our lives for the better. My story is just a reminder that freelancing isn't just a chance to prove my worth, but a chance to change the perspective of people who have been told that they would never amount to anything. Na wala silang kwenta. Na wala na silang pag-asa. Na wala nang mangyayari sa buhay nila. While having my own company did cross my mind once or twice, I believed my mind when it told me, you can't. But only when I got comfortable with those thoughts was I able to tell myself, but what if I can? Here's the thing, guys. Most of you watching here can see my obvious disability, which is being bound to a wheelchair. My truth is, the biggest disability I had was a limited mindset. It wasn't this wheelchair, it was my limited mindset. And the moment I decided to break through from that was the moment I was able to start writing my success story. Because the day you start pushing back is the day your redemption story begins. If you notice, even throughout this presentation, a certain limiting belief of not being able to pull this off was haunting me. Nagkakamali ako, kinakabahan ako, hindi ko mapindot to, nasira yung slide ko. But then, I guess, just like this show, this event, life must go on. And I think that whatever happens today, I just really want you to know one thing. If you put yourself out there, if you just really start opening doors for yourself on your own, it will find you. Alam niyo, kanina ko pa tinatanong yung sarili ko, kaya ko ba talaga to? Alam ko, pinapangarap ko lang to ambisyosa kasi ako But as I end my talk, I will leave you with this. Kaya ko pala talaga. So, kaya nyo rin. Kayang-kaya. The time is now. Go after what you truly want in life. You are meant to fly. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Tribex.